Okay, good morning, class.
Morning,
ma'am. Alright, so can I ask everyone to stand up for opening prayer? Thank you, Lord, for today. Guide us and bless us in this session. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Okay, before you sit down, can we kindly check for any trash around you? And please keep personally, you just have to place that in the trash bin later. Okay, and check the alignments of your chairs as well. Right. Leo,
Yes, ma'am.
our class secretary, right? Is everybody here?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody's present.
Yes.
Oh, thank you very
You're welcome.
much. Alright, guys, so how are you doing today?
I'm okay.
We're excited. Oh, that's great, Joanna. So you're excited for our discussion for today. Well, right now, of course, we are actually going to discuss about biology or biological science, which is the human body. And the first system that we're going to discuss is the integumentary system. Alright, are you ready?
Yes.
So the integumentary system is actually the largest organ system of the body. Can we check your skin right now? Look it up. Okay. So actually, integumentary system came from the word integument, that means covering. So whatever it is that's covering your body, that's the integumentary system. All right. Okay. So there's actually different structures that consist in integumentary system. Could you kindly name one, or could you try and look it up on your body right now? Try and see, and then let me know. So it consists of what? Skin. Actually, I have here the skin. It consists of the skin. What else? Yes, Joanna? Pores. The pores. That's right. So the pores, other than the pores, are there anything else? What can you see in your skin right now?
Hair.
The hair. Right. Very good, Leo. So that's the hair. What else? Yes, it is. Follicles. Follicles, that's right. And of course, her follicles, her hairs. What else? The pigments. Other than the pigments, did you try to look up your hands right now? What can you see in your hands? Nails. Nails. And another important structure is the exocrine. Right. So again, the integumentary system consists of the skin, hair, nails, and the exocrine glands. But what we're going to focus on today in our discussion is the layers of our skin. Okay? So before we get into further discussing about the layers and all of the functions, we will first do an activity. Are you excited?
Yes.
Okay. So we actually will be we're going to create, or we're going to make an edible skin model. When we say edible, what does it mean? You could eat it. Okay. So I know I asked you last week to prepare all the materials for this. So before we would make our own skin models, let's just read first the materials again. Okay? Anyone from the group who would like to read all the materials? Yes, Easy?
For the edible skin model, we will need a clear plastic cup, marshmallows, chocolate syrup, crushed graham, shoes, green potatoes, and chocolate chips. Wow!
Yeah. Isn't that yummy?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually prepared an edible skin model. It's just a tiny one though. So can I just ask everyone to bring out all your materials? You have it. And can I ask a volunteer who would like to make their edible skin model in front of the class? Who would like to volunteer? Yes, Joanna, go ahead.
And then make it here or
Yeah, here. Or here. In the table. On the table, yes. But before we would prepare everything, you just have to make sure our hands are clean. Alright? So do you have your sanitizer with you? If not, then just pass it around. Okay. Alright, so for the first layer of our edible skin model, what we have put in first are the marshmallows. So kindly put your marshmallows at the bottom layer. Marshmallows first, yes. There you go. Okay, next would be our chocolate syrup. So we have scissors with you. Let's check. Here. Okay. Remember, when you use scissors, please make sure not to hurt yourself. Okay? Just be careful in using those scissors. How about you guys? Let me know when you're done. Are you done, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next layer are crushed grahams. So you just have to put a layer of crushed grahams there. I think before you would place the crushed grahams, you have to flatten the chocolate syrup layer first. Okay. Right. And then you have to poke in the shoestring potatoes on top of that layer. Poke it in. Make sure it could reach the chocolate syrup layer. Okay. Let me know. And on the topmost part, you could place a few of the chocolate chips. You have your chocolate chips. Right, very good. So Joanna already made her own edible skin model. Can we just give her a round of applause? Thank you very much, Joanna. You can bring your own skin model. Right. So we can see there that we have a marshmallow layer, we have a chocolate layer, crushed graham layer, and we poke in some of the potato shoestring. So you already have a skin model. Okay? So right now, we'll just have to go back to our topic today. Again, that's the layers of our skin. There are three major layers of our skin. The first one is epidermis, the next is the dermis, and the next is the hypodermis. Okay? I have here a cross-section diagram of the layers of the skin. So just for you to compare as well. So kindly look up your edible skin models and to our diagram. Right? So this is the epidermis. Okay? The one that you can see right now is the epidermis. Okay? So the epidermis is the outermost layer of our skin. So, and then the next layer that we have is the dermis layer. The dermis layer is actually the core of the skin. It consists of the nerve fibers. It's actually here. Here's the nerve fibers. We have the hair follicle, the hair, of course, and then we have the blood vessels, the blue and the green vessels that you can see here, and the glands. So we have the sweat glands and the sebaceous gland here. All right, and the last layer that we have here is the hypodermis layer. So that's the fatty layer that we have here. Okay, that's really very important part of our body. Okay, so we'll discuss one layer at a time. So, one layer at a time and its functions as well. Okay, so for the first function that we have, the first function of the skin is, as what we could see here, it acts as a barrier to protect the body from microbes and other elements. So the first that is in contact with our environment at this time is what we call the epidermal layer. So this is actually the first line of defense of our body. Okay? So could you try to check your skin at this time? Yeah. There. You could touch your the topmost layer of the epidermis is what we call the corneal layer as well. Okay. So whenever you could see that the one that you could feel right now, and as well as sometimes as part of our body, you could actually see the dead skin cells. Okay. So try to rub a little of your wrist, or probably here, your what do you call this? This is your forearm. So there will be parts of your skin that usually flakes off. Okay. So that is our epidermal layer. One other important function here of the skin is that there are also cells that are being produced in our body. Very important. One of which is what we call keratinocytes. So there. So keratinocytes. Could you probably write it down in your notebook because I'll be asking that out later. Cytes, that means cells. And keratin is actually a very important it's a very important protein that we have in our body that helps our skin to be waterproof. So whenever you actually go under the rain, you don't easily easily get confused or whatsoever under the rain, or you don't melt away. So we are waterproof. So that is actually one of the most important pigments, or rather proteins in our body. One other important pigment that we have that gives us skin color is what we call, anyone?
Melanin.
Right. Great, guys. So we have melanin. Melanin is very important because it gives us a natural skin protection from UV rays. So when you go outside the sun, what protects our body is actually the melanin. Alright? Okay, so let's just go with the other parts that we have here. We're actually done with the epidermis. Then at the dermis layer, we have your nerve fibers, hair follicles, blood vessels, and glands. So we'll just go first with the nerve fibers. So what do you think is the importance of this part of our body, or this part of the dermis layer? Anyone? Any guess?
Transports blood.
Good morning, class. Please stand up for
Yes, go ahead. That's actually a great point, Joseph. So this nerve fibers actually serves as a receptor of our body from pain, from temperature, from cold or from heat, and of course the other is from pressures. So whenever there's something crawling on your skin, you would actually know it because the nerve fibers are the ones telling your brain that something's crawling on your skin. So there you go. So the nerve fibers are really important. It's actually in here. And we have here the hair follicles. So who usually shaves here? Okay, some of you guys shave already. And the hair actually grows on the hair follicle. So it's part of the dermis. And then next are the blood vessels, wherein our skin actually gets nutrients. We get nutrients. And the glands that we have that's very important are the sweat glands and the sebaceous glands. The sweat glands actually helps us neutralize or regulate our body temperature, and that mechanism is called evaporating cooling system. So whenever there are what we call sweat going out of our body, it actually regulates our temperature with the right heat. And then it permeates the sensation. We already tackled it earlier. Another thing that's really important is the excretion of excess salt, water, diluted form of urea, and heat. Okay. So there you have it. So the next layer that we have is the hypodermis, or the subcutaneous layer. So one of the important, or we call it the fat layer of our skin. It's usually the what we call the insulator, which actually helps us with the production of vitamin D, so that our body could absorb calcium when our food are being processed. Okay? Alright guys. Alright. So there are actually several things that I would like to for you to be reminded, which are the proper skincare that we have here. Can I ask anyone who would like to read the number 1 point here? Yes, Ed?
What determines the color of the skin and what is
Here, this.
Number 1, always make sure to make your skin clean at all times.
Yes. Just remember to take a bath always, wash your hands, and wear moisturizer. Alright. Number 2, yes, AC?
Avoid the sun from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Use sunscreen SPF 30 or 45.
Yes. So even if we are actually in front of our computers, we are exposed to the UV light. So it's important that we would also wear sunscreens. Right. So next is get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every day. And then next is we have to drink 8 to 12 glasses of water every day. And our 5th point, yes, Leo?
Eat vitamin-rich food.
Okay, so vitamin-rich food. And the other, this is the other most important point that we have. Yes, go ahead, JR.
If there is skin inflammation, go to your doctor.
Yes, alright. So do not self-medicate. If ever there are any inflammations, you have to go to the doctor. Alright? So guys, again, what are our 3 layers of the skin?
Epidermis, dermis, hypodermis.
Okay. And for our assignment for today, kindly write it down. First question that we have, what determines the color of the skin? And what is the process that darkens the skin when it is exposed to the UV light? And then, the next question that we have is, what is the importance of the hypodermis? Describe its function in relation to other systems in the human body. Alright? Are you done writing it down? Yes. Okay. So can I ask everyone to stand up? Thank you, Jesus, for everything that you've done today. Bless us for the day. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Bye, class.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.